Hello, this is question 1 on your mix exercise 4 from year 12. And on the same axis, sketch the graphs, this one and this one. This one, when you expand the bracket, is a cubic. This one is a quadratic. So the cubic, remember, has this shape, could be going up or going down. So the first thing we have to decide if it goes up or down. We look at the coefficient of x cubed. So when we expand this bracket, the coefficient of x cubed is positive, so it's going to go up. And then we are going to look at the roots. So when we make this equal to 0, we have one root that is x equals 0, and it's going to be double because it goes square. So that means I have x times x. So I have two factors equal to each other, so double. And then the other one is going to be x equals 2. This one is single. When the root is single, the graph goes across. When the root is double, the graph touches but doesn't go across. Yeah, it's like if it bounces. So that happens in the 0, and the 2 is normal root. So let's say this is the 2. My graph is going to do something like going up to the 0, bounce here, and then go up. Yeah, something like this. Then for the quadratic, I'm going to factorize it. So we have the roots. So this is the quadratic. The quadratic is 2, and factorizing, I have x, brackets, x minus 2 minus x equals 0. So one root is the 0, and one root is 2. And the coefficient of x squared is negative, which means my u goes upside down. Yeah? One root in the 0, one root in the 2. So it's going to do something like, let me do this a bit better. I will tell you why. Yeah, so this a bit more open, and then my quadratic doing something like, oh, it's going to be difficult, but something like this. Yeah. Then by solving a suitable equation, find the points of intersection of the two graphs. We have 1 point here, 1 point here, and 1 point here. Depending on how you do the drawing, it could be, if you draw, I don't know, the cubic like this, and then the quadratic like this, it won't look like you have 3 points of intersection. It's going to look like you have 2, because it's maybe how you do the drawing. The cubic one is going to be more vertical because the numbers, the x's, go to the power of 3, so they are going to go more vertical because they are going to grow faster. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you do a bit bad the sketch, because you are going to solve the equations and then you will realize. Yeah, so if we find the intersection for B, you are going to realize that it has 3 points of intersection, and then you can redo your sketch if you need. Yeah, so to find the points of intersection, we have to solve simultaneous equations always. 2x minus x squared. I can equate them because the left-hand side is equal, so the right-hand side must be equal. So I'm factorizing the right-hand side, yeah? So I'm factorizing just because it's going to help me. If you divide everything by x, you will be able to cancel this with this, but then you have to add one solution, that is x equals 0. Because when x is 0, we have x 0 equal to 0. So it's one solution. So remember, every time you cancel a variable, you have to consider that that can be 0. Then I will have x multiplying x minus 2 equal to 2 minus x. I'm going to expand the left-hand side, so I have x squared minus 2x is 2 minus x. And then I'm going to reorganize, so x squared minus 1x minus 2 equals 0. And when I factorize, I have x minus 2, x plus 1, no? X plus 1 equal to 0, which means one solution is the minus 1 and one solution is the 2. So we have found 3 solutions. The 0, the 2, and this point is going to be minus 1, yeah? And if when you do the sketch, you do slightly different and it looks like you only have 2 points of intersection, you should go back to your sketch after discovering that it has 3 solutions and change this slightly, yeah? But that's all with this question.